chicken baked tacos.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Max 12.
Hello everyone, starting off with a large skillet and a tablespoon of vegetable oil. Heat that over medium-high heat, add 1 medium-sized chopped up onion. Cook that until the onions are kind of translucent. Then add in a tablespoon of ground cumin, about a half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of freshly ground pepper. But the salt and pepper amounts are up to you. Then just stir that up, and then you'll add in 1 cup of salsa and 1 4.5 ounce can of green chillies, undrained. Just pour them in there. Stir that together, and then you'll add in 3 cups of cooked shredded chicken, and then just stir that until it's combined, and then you can take that off the heat. Now you're going to need 12 taco shells and 1 can of refried beans. What I did was I put the refried beans in a Ziploc bag and I cut the corner off. And it just made it easier to fill the taco shells, but you can just spoon it in there if you'd like. So a little bit of refried beans at the bottom, and then you're going to fill the taco shell with your warm chicken mixture. Now, I actually made a pretty big mistake at this point, and stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you what I did. Once you've filled up all your shells, you're going to place them in a baking dish, whatever size dish that you want. You want your taco shells to stand upright. Now this is 9 by 13, and I add a little bit of aluminum foil there just to prop them up to make sure every one of the taco shells was pointing upward and not falling over. And then I sprinkled on about 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. I use the Nacho blend, but you can use whatever kind of cheese you want. The original recipe asks for pepper jack. And then bake these at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes or so until the cheese is nicely melted. Okay, now these tasted really good. The flavor was nice. The only thing that was disappointing about these was that the taco shells got really soft while they were baking in the oven with the filling in them. Well, I was waiting for that cheese to melt, and I think I know why. Some of you have probably already figured it out. For example, when you buy a taco kit, that has the shells and the sauce and some things, all the things you need in it except for ground beef, they always tell you to take the taco shells and bake them in the oven on a cookie sheet at like 375 for a few minutes until they crisp up, and sometimes they even get a little tiny bit brown, and then you have nice crisp taco shells. If I would have done that first and then filled them and then put them in the oven to let the cheese melt, I think that this would have been a lot better recipe, but the original recipe doesn't mention it. So live and learn. If you make this, then go ahead and make sure your taco shells are crispy before you fill them. Thanks for watching.